లేదే నాకు మ్యూట్ అవ్వట్లేదు.
महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिं महादेव महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मानकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महागणपतिं. Thank you.
Thanks to all the dignitaries and students too. I request Miss Neha, first year MBA student, to do dance performance. Thank you, Neha, for welcoming our dignitaries with the traditional song. It's my pleasure to invite our chairman, Lawyer K. Krishna Reddy Garu, onto the dais. I request Dr. Rupaveni, Associate Professor, to escort the sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. It's my honor to invite our chief guest, Professor Katta Narasimha Reddy Garu, Vice Chancellor, JNTUH, onto the dais. I request our principal, Dr. L. Srinivas Reddy Garu, to escort the sir. Thank you, sir. It's my privilege to invite keynote speaker of the program, Professor R. Nageshwar Rao Garu, Faculty of Management, Usmania University, onto the dais. I request Ms. Rishali Madam to escort the sir. Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to invite our guest of honor, Professor D. Sriramulu Garu, Head of the Department, MBA, Usmania University, on the dais. I request Mr. T. Ramesh sir to escort the sir. Thank you. I would like to invite special invitee, Dr. Rohit Kandagatla Garu, Director of K. J. Reddy Engineering College and Technology, and I request Mr. Nandakishore sir to escort us. Thank you, sir. I would like to invite special invitee, Dr. R.S. Jagir Garu, Principal of K. J. Reddy College of Engineering and Technology, onto the dais. I request Dr. K. S. Rao sir to escort the sir. Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to invite special invitee, Mr. D. Prashant Garu, Chief Manager, UCO Bank, onto the dais. I request Professor V. Sundareshan sir to escort the sir. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to call our MBA second year student, M. Harika, to present the bouquet to our chief guest, Professor Katta Narasimha Reddy Garu. Sorry, very sorry. It's my pleasure to invite our principal, Dr. L. Srinivas Reddy Garu, and I request K. S. Rao sir to escort the sir. Thank you, sir. I would like to call our MBA second year student M. Harika to present the bouquet to our chief guest Professor Katta Narasimha Reddy garu. Thank you, sir. I would like to call our MBA second year student R. Sai Shravanti to present the bouquet to our chairman, sir, Lawyer K. Krishna Reddy garu. I would like to call our MBA second year student S. Swati to present the bouquet to our keynote speaker of the program, Professor R. Nageshwar Rao garu. Thank you, sir. I would like to call our MBA second year student M. Likita to present the bouquet to guest of honor, Professor D. Sriramulu garu. Thank you, sir. I would like to call our MBA second year student Sabha Begum to present the bouquet to our special invitee, Dr. Rohit Kumar garu. Thank you, sir. I would like to call our MBA second year student Mr. Vinish Kumar to present the bouquet to our special invitee, Dr. R.S. Jagirdar sir garu. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I would like to call our MBA first year student, Mr. Rishikesh, to present the bouquet to special invitee, Dr. Prashant garu, Chief Manager, UCO Bank. Thank you, sir. I would like to call our MBA second year student, G. Manisha, to present the bouquet to our beloved principal, Dr. L. Srinivas Reddy garu. I request our principal and convener of ISET GB 2022, Dr. L. Srinivas Reddy garu, to present the report of the international conference. Keynote speaker last. Okay, sir.
Very good morning. Very good morning, all three delegates. Good morning to all. Respected dignitaries in JNUH and other respected delegates and our students and my colleagues and my media and electronic print media, and welcome to all. I hereby welcome today for our international conference on emerging print and global business. It is my pleasure to present the report of the eve of the international conference. The Aristotle Education Society was established in 2001. This MBA course started in 2003. Now, the Aristotle PG College affiliated to Osmania University with intake of 180, recognized by UGC 2F UGC Act 1956, and Aristotle PG College recently is received ISO certificate, that is a QMS and EMS also. Aristotle PG College this year is an Indian Glory Award also. These are our college, you know very well, is just 10 kilometers for is outer ring road. It comes under HMDA. It's a beautiful campus. It's located is very near to our college is Visa Balaji Temple. Now, our college would like to rank among the best business schools in the country within the short span. Already, our college is one of the top college, is Usmania University, and as well as is a Telangana state also. We have to decide to work in the field of education with all dedication and commitment to meet the challenges of the 21st century. Today, we have achieved the milestone by completing 75 years of independence of India. The sustainable challenge will occupy India and the world for decades, not just for years. All countries face the challenges of adapting to ongoing climate change, managing growing COVID-19 and water scarcity, protecting enhanced ecosystem, etc. As one of the world most populated country, India faces these challenges more seriously than others do. India has undergone a paradigm shift owing to the competitive stand in the world. The initiative of target economic sector for the job creation and skill enhancement and aim to transform India into global design and manufacturing hub. The Indian government made policy for easy of doing business, due to which India jumped to 63 place out of 190 countries in the world, according to World Bank 2019 survey. Doing the business index, there is the competition among the state of India to improve their current ranking in easy of doing business index. COVID 2019 pandemic damages disturbed the global economy, which is large economy shock world had experienced in decades. After COVID-19 pandemic, Indian crisis highlighted the need for urgent action of fusion to the pandemic health and economic consequences, protect vulnerable population, and set the stage of discussion on the global growth recovery. The conference will be provide a platform for academicians and corporate people and research scholars and students in the area of the global business. Small business as well as large corporations can reap the benefits of expanding operations into overseas markets. As with any new venture, the overseas expansion process does take time and require careful planning. You also will need to pay the particular attention to cultural differences that might require you to alter your normal business processes. In these circumstances, there is an urgent need of discussions and deliberate issues at academic platform of colleges level and universities level to develop business models in curriculum and explore the new opportunities for the students. The conference aims at providing interaction with the cross section of experts involving academicians, industrial experts, policy makers, and other stakeholders It is also provide a platform for discussion. The ongoing issues is pertaining to insurance and as usual is the problem of the Indian economy. The objective of the conference to foster closer relation of academic and government and industry. And our souvenir contains information on various aspects and abstracts of the technical sessions of 2 days technical sessions in international conference that is held on actually today and tomorrow, that is 11th and 12th. We have received total 114 articles, 150 plus registrations. I am grateful to our beloved chairman, Line K. Krishna Reddy Garu, for expanding constant support and encouraging me to organize this type of conferences. I owe immense deeply gratitude to. My special thanks to Telangana State Council for Higher Education there and the and ICSR and UCO Bank. And special thanks to Prashant Kumar Garu. He sponsored 30,000 rupees for this program. And ICSR also sponsored 40,000 rupees. And also, actually, ICSR also sponsored, 50,000. And teachers sponsored by 40,000 rupees. And other delegates and one private company also sponsored 5,000 rupees. A special thanks to all who sponsored for this program for success. On behalf of the Aristotle PG College and on my personal behalf of thank to all people, I would like to present my special thanks to our head of the department, Usmania University, Professor Sri Ramal Sir Garu, and our is a beloved, is a former dean and former OSD and former academic IPSC director, faculty of management, Professor Nageshwar sir also. I grateful to all the resource persons, all delegates who wrote, who actively participated for article from actually I received article from is a various countries, from Ethiopia, from Saudi Arabia, from London, from USA and other states. Actually, all delegates and authors and publication people, I'm thanking you to all. Now grateful to the finally, I wish to acknowledge uncompromisingly service rendered by our team members, especially teaching and non-teaching staff and other friends, my dear students. Thank you very much. Please participate and share. We are providing platform to all and discuss, and we can communicate to our top people and high-level people. We can set the communication on behalf of the Aristotle PG College. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your report. I would like to call our special invitee, Dr. Rohit Reddy Garu, Director of KG Reddy Engineering College, to address the gathering.
Warm good morning to all the dignitaries on the dais and also to all the deities of the dais, faculty, students of both Aristotle PG College and the MBA department in KGT College. It gives me a great pleasure to talk to you all as a special invitee because just a few months ago during your orientation program, we particularly spoke about wanting to regularly introduce emerging technologies or emerging trends in MBA department through various co-curricular programs. So while our curriculum and your courses are still going on, these are different ways for us to keep you up to date of what industry is expecting, what are the research trends, and what is other things that you will need to know about MBA in the current world. So I'm very excited to see such great participation and also great to see that a lot of articles have been submitted. Be very active, try to get as much knowledge as you can through all the experts through the two-day event. Thank you once again for giving this opportunity, and we hope to conduct many more programs for all of you, our students, and also other participants joining from other colleges. Thank you for all the efforts being done to organize such a great event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I call Mrs. Radha Kumari Garu, Assistant Professor, to introduce our guest of honor, Professor D. Sriramulu, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I, D. Radha Kumari, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, Reddy College of Engineering and Technology. It's my privilege to introduce today's guest of honor, Professor D. Sriramulu, Department of Business Management, Usmania University, Hyderabad. He is heading MBA degree from Usmania University, followed by a law degree. Sir is awarded a doctorate degree in business management from Usmania University in the year of 2003. Professor D. Sriramulu, sir, presently heading the Department of Business Management from capacity of head of the department. Apart from he is a dean for College Development Council, Usmania University. He also chairman for Board of Studies, MBA in Usmania University and Palamur University. And also member of Board of Studies in Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati, Kuvempu University, Karnataka, Sri Padmavati Mahila Viswavidyalayam, Tirupati, and also in 25 autonomous colleges under the jurisdiction of Usmania University and other universities. Sir has been a member in various committees like NACPR Team Committee, AICTE Scrutiny and Inspection Committee, and also Expert Committee to grant autonomous status UGC New Delhi and Telangana State. Sir also Vigilance Committee Government of Telangana 2016 to 17 and Fact Finding Committee and the Supreme Court of JNTUH Colleges 2015 to 16. Sir is also member of Research Committee for various departments like Department of Management, Business Management, Usmania University, School of Management, JNTUH, Hyderabad, Bangalore University, Bangalore, Kuvempu University, Simoga. And Sir has been member in various selection committees like Kerala Central University, Kasargat, Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar, Punjab, Jammu University, Srinagar, SRTMU, Nanded, Hyderabad Central University, JNTUH, Palamur University, Mahbub Nagar, Telangana University, Nizamabad. He is editorial member for various research journals and has various institutions and also member at university level in various committees. He was awarded Devang Mehta Education Leadership Award in 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Yeah, very, very good morning. Especially students, last benchers. Yeah, okay, right. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Narasimha Reddy Sir Garu, and proud Usman, Professor R. Nageshwar Rao Sir, and my teacher and former OSD to Vice Chancellor, and Sir held all important positions in the Usman universities. And Sri Krishna Reddy Garu, a successful entrepreneur, not only successful entrepreneur, a perfect man, because last 20 years I am observing that. So very successful personality and a line. Dr. Dharmanai, OSD to Vice Chancellor, and proud student of our Usmania University, as is a Joint Secretary of the Usmania Campus MBA Alumni Association. Professor L. Srinivas Reddy, Principal, and my good friend, Professor Jahid, Dr. Rohit, Sri Prashant Reddy Garu, Chief Manager, and my friends and colleagues, all the teaching staff, and the dearest students, media, and all other. So once again, happy morning. Yeah, that should come from the student, right? Okay, friends. So here, first of all, behalf of the chair, permission of the chair, all the students should stand, all the students, only student, not faculty, only students. And this, why I said that, because of the lot of contribution from the college, as well that your principal and total your team. So you give applauses for your contribution, what you are receiving from that college. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, please. Please stand, please. Yeah, please take your seats. Because friends, in marketing normally we have to encourage our, because here you don't know about your principal Srinivas Reddy, but how much it contributes. And when we interact, and Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, when we have that, being a Usmanian, you know everything. Approximately we have that 128 affiliated colleges, and but when we have that certain problems like teaching and other, certainly colleges they come and they will ask. Then few colleges in this area, I say that first you go and meet the Srinivas Reddy Garu. Aristotle College, you go and meet. So they will clear your mind. Because one way that we want to reduce our time and energy. Next, we have that good resource person and like that. So, and this is not first time that many time I visited here. I learned something, and we are exploring something, that contribution from your faculty side, because, and that freedom given by Krishna Reddy Garu. And Srinivas Reddy sir already says that, sir given me that free hand. I have to go for anything. Like that, this what he said that. So that much, being an entrepreneur, being a successful leader, you are given freedom. And because of that, they are growing and they are also contributing to university. To be frank, being a university, we have to conduct the international seminar and like, but lot of permissions and everything. But you have flexibility, you can do that. And that's why that, behalf of the Usmania University, behalf of the management department, we are appreciating your college for conducting international program, and you are motivating young students and encouraging the young talents. So that's why that, behalf of university. So not only we say that single, but we can say that double congratulations. Double mean that we have to conduct, because we are keeping the, because in management normally trendsetters are only few. Everybody followers will be there. Leaders are few, but challengers are different and followers are different, and Niki market is different. So like that, you have to start many trending like that. So, and we will appreciate, and we also that support you. And here, more time I don't want to take, because here we have our Honorable Vice Chancellor, and next that my teacher is there, and he's a keynote speaker. So before teacher, we should not speak more and more. Right. So I don't want to say more, but I want to say that, and I want to bring the kind notice to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. Sir, being a Usmanian, we are not second to anybody in the globe. Like we did that BBA syllabus revision when I was last just 2 months before I given board of studies chairman. Before that, only 30 BBA colleges, but because of my team, my teacher, and everybody participation, only 11, but now that increased to 400 colleges in our Hyderabad and Secunderabad. So that's what I will say that And there also we taken support of your young principal also like that. So like that. And even colleges also. So ultimately what I want to say that every 2 years we are updating the knowledge, updating skill. Anything is coming. Like that's a, you know, just because of the left side brain. Then my student or somebody say that, or my bank manager say that, अरे left right brain से आपको क्या काम है? साहब उससे marketing का बहुत nearest we have the relation. The left side brain, what they think, right side brain, ultimate how they take the make their decisions like that. My young friends will be learned. So this one example I want to say that, like many things that we updated, but only thing that my dearest students, being a head of department of university, my appeal that you should follow, because in our time, we are like a test match. Every day we will learn from our teacher and we will practice, and exams వస్తున్నట్టే చాలా భయపడేటోళ్ళం, కష్టపడేటోళ్ళం, టెస్ట్ మ్యాచ్ లాగానే. అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ మీది ఏంటంటే 1 డే ఇంటర్నేషనల్ అయిపోయింది, ఇప్పుడు 2020 అయిపోయింది. దానివల్ల టీచర్లు 64 క్లాసులు చేస్తారు, మీరేం చేస్తారు, ఇగ్నోర్ చేస్తారు. టీచర్ చేతులు దొరికితే ఫెయిల్ అవుతారు, లేకుంటే పాస్ అవుతారు. సో మై యంగ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ దాట్ వాట్ ది టీచర్ టీచింగ్ యూ షుడ్ grasp. And in our time that only we have the library, but you have that total globe, total knowledge in your hand. That's why that you procure and you learn and update that. So syllabus wise you are not inferior. Everything like we have given everything, but utilize. And one thing I want to say about your teachers, or basically all of our teacher, majority here our teachers are like a gold mines. But who should explore? The students should explore. If students not ask question, we assume that our student knows that everything. And you should a student. Which kind of student you are? Like Mahabharata time, when the Dronacharya, like my teacher, he taken his students Kauravas, Pandavas, and he asked that, what you are observing? He asked the Duryodhana, sir, a beautiful tree, I want to occupy, or I want to grab, or I want to declare this day, Kaurava land tree. Then he asked Dharmaraja, చాలా మందికి ఫలం ఇస్తుంది, ఇది చాలా మంచిది, ధర్మంగా ఉంది, ధర్మంగా కాపాడదాం. లాస్ట్ హీ ఆస్క్డ్ ది హిజ్ ఫేవరెట్ స్టూడెంట్ అర్జున, ఏం చేస్తున్నావు అర్జున? గురువు గారు, నాకు పిట్ట కనబడుతుంది. పిట్టే కనబడుతుందా, ఇంకేమైనా కనబడుతుందా? పక్షి కాదు, పక్షిలో ఉన్న కన్ను కనబడుతుంది. మీరేమనాలి, కన్ను కాదు మాకు రెటీనా కనబడుతుంది అనాలి. దట్ వీఆర్ ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ the students. That's why that, my dear students, you should update. Your teachers are very skilled, you should explore them. That is the most important thing. And because the recent trends in that, I am in the area of the marketing, so I want to say that one or two things, don't not want to take more time, because we have that here gold mines. So that's why that in our time we learned 4 P's, but you are learning 7 P's. In our time we learned that 4 stages PLC. Now that became the 10 stages of PLC. What Harvard University learning, same Usman University learning, same we are incorporated you. So that's why that, friend, you should update. And one thing I want to say that today we are living in the knowledge-based society. What is the knowledge-based society? Friends, here, example you take Paytm, Ola, Uber, Zomato. Zomato not having that in order, but because of the software is managing. Like you have to manage that. And now that you have that 5G services and upcoming many things in future, that being a human being, we will manage little bit, but we will manage with our technology. That's why that my young friends, you should be more technocratic and you should be update your knowledge. So these are things I want to say that same time that my teachers will be nervous. Like one of my good friend, like Professor Jagdish Sheth, 5th important marketing guru of the globe, is an Indian. Now what he said that when we interact by the morning, you will run the class in the campus. On their website. Now 10,000 students across the globe, they join. They If you pay, then code will be there. After the code, you will listen the class. I mean, what I want to say that in future that university role will be changed. Like what we said that the Gurukula, our earlier Gurukula are different, but the modern Gurukula will be a lot of different. And like our distribution, we say that place is now replaced with the space, like many things are coming. So friends, and I hope that this 2 days conference will give a lot of update technology, update version knowledge, and ultimate thing is that our best, our student, they will be benefited by that. And I appreciate the effort of this Srinivas Reddy. This you can document and you can submit to the your funding agency as well, that one copy to the both university. Then we also do something, and in the future also that supporter both then only. So we say that the synergic effort, because being a government university department, we have that many limitations, but you have that freedom. But normally in synergy MBA, we say that 1 + 1 2, but that is not 1 + 1, but that will become the 11 also that. So for that we will work and we will. So I am congratulating the department as well, that I am appreciating effort of the all the teachers, and given you are given me good opportunity. So I am so thankful to each and every.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging and motivating words to our students to reach their goals. Now, it's my privilege to call D. Prashant Reddy Garu, UCO Bank Chief Manager, to address the gathering.
Morning, morning, Vice Chancellor, keynote speaker for today, Professor Nageshwar Garu, my teacher as well in Usmania University, D. Sriramulu Garu, my teacher as well in Usmania University, and Professor Krishna Reddy Garu, the Chairman of Aristotle Educational Society, Srinivas Garu, Principal Aristotle PG College, and all the dignitaries on top of the dais, teaching staff, students, and friends. Let me extend my greetings on behalf of UCO Bank to you all on this wonderful day. And it's indeed a pleasure to get associated with such a wonderful institution run by able guidance leadership of Sri Krishna Reddy Garu, because we are associated with this educational society since long. And I have seen Krishna Reddy Garu's vision, and this beautiful campus indeed is a snapshot of that vision. And I indeed saw him struggle for the welfare of the students and also teaching and non-teaching staff during the last 2 years of COVID pandemic, how hard he struggled to get all you running through this. Congratulations on that, sir. And also to Rohit Reddy Garu for your innovation in running this institute. And I congratulate Srinivas Reddy Garu for coming up with his team with this wonderful conference. I hope these 2 days will be a great brainstorming sessions and learning experience for you all, the budding managers and leaders of tomorrow. I hope you learn a lot from these interactive sessions. Take as much as you can. And on a personal note, it's indeed my pleasure to be on this stage with such august dignitaries, because I am an engineering graduate from BVRIT affiliated to JNTU Hyderabad, sir. I am an alumni of DBM Usmania University, passed out in 2012. I'm here in UCO Bank because of campus placement from DBM Usmania University. So it's indeed my pleasure to be here, and congratulations once again. Have a wonderful 2 days of great learning. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Conferences like these pave platform for scholars to prove their opinions through their research works, and particularly during these pandemic situations. These are the changing so fast internationally. It was a privilege and challenge to compile several articles from different scholars even during these pandemic situation times. I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Katta Narasimha Garu, to unveil the sovereign and present copies to the dignitaries. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to call Dr. Rupavedi, Associate Professor, to introduce our keynote speaker, Professor R. Nageshwar Rao Garu.
Good morning, respected dignitaries on the dais, faculty members, and MBA first year and second year students. Let me have the pleasure of reading the rich profile of Professor R. Nageshwar Rao, sir, today's keynote speaker, faculty of Department of Business Management, Osmania University, Hyderabad. Sir is born in agricultural family in the year 1963 and hails from Khammam district. Sir is a complete product of Osmania University. After MBA, Sir has joined Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, Mumbai, and served for 1 year. Later, Sir has joined Osmania University as assistant professor in the year 1989 and awarded PhD in the area of finance and subsequently promoted to professor in the year 2006. Sir has also an international academic presence at the capacity of professor and specific project director in various countries, which predominantly include Associate Professor, Sharjah University, United Arab Emirates, Director, Business Management, College of Administrative Sciences, Sultanate of Oman, Visiting Faculty, College of Business Administration, Colombo, and also a visiting faculty for University of Luton, United Kingdom. Sir has also delivered a keynote speech in Chichian University, Taiwan, Institute of Technology, Bangkok, Lincoln University, Malaysia, and also higher education in California Business School at Alliant International University, USA. Sir has also visited Asian Institute of Technology, Bangkok. To his credit, Sir has also made several paper presentations at IITs, published 42 national and international articles, authored about 6 books for Sentence for Distance Education, Osmania University, and 2 books in the area of finance. Sir successfully supervised 20 PhDs and 4 MPhil degrees. This includes 3 PhDs and 4 MPhils for College of Defense Management, Ministry of Defense, Government India. Sir has served Osmania University at various capacities, which include Director, Directorate of Admissions, Controller of Examinations, Director Infrastructure, Director Academic Audit Cell, OSD to Vice Chancellor, Dean, Faculty of Management, and Director IQAC. Sir is also a recipient of Bharat Gaurav Award at national level for the year 2016 and also a recipient of Dronacharya Award for the year 2018. And Sir has also been awarded as Best Management Teacher in the year 2021. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. It's my immense pleasure to call our program keynote speaker, Professor R. Nageshwar Garu, to speak few words on this occasion.
Today is very really fortunate for me as an interesting topic of globalization, its impact. Particularly, friends, my speech will continue for only 15 to 20 minutes with a great expectation from you. I request you to kindly for 15-20 minutes myself and very respectable position JNTU HY Chancellor sparing his valuable time to on this one. Kindly listen carefully. The first concept of the globalization, I'll tell you, grasping is more important. That is what always Dhirubhai Ambani tells. If you don't become the entrepreneur, if you neglect yourself, you will turn into an employee, whatever the intellectual capacity you have, because you are not utilizing properly, that will be utilized by somebody else. This is the greatest quotation. That is what the Dhirubhai Ambani, that's what he has delivered. Today it's a fortunate because you see, anyway, Lion K. Krishna Reddy, a visionary, and I have seen in so many meetings, he sat in the gallery of audience and he used to open a book and write the contents. Actually, that means I can say that the learning cannot be a one-day process. Learning is a continuous process. That is what the globalization also is, a continuous process. Today, I am lucky because of one reason. I am able to sit with such a respectable personality, I can say intellectual personality, Professor K. Katta Narasimha Reddy Garu, on the same dais. I think this is my dream has become reality. I have UK. I think my student is Mahesh from Prashant from our student. Actually, it is a very proud to share the dais with him. Also, the Jagirdar principal, KG Engineering College, I think couple of times I have seen sir, very taskmaster. And I think first time I'm looking at the Rohit Reddy ji. I have only 5 minutes interaction when we're having a cup of tea. That is what always we should learn from him, very dynamic personality. It is such a that he was talking about the incubation center. That's what most of the times I'm telling you. I never believe in research. If you believe in research, you cannot talk in the perception of the globalization. I believe in innovation. Innovation is the one way, definitely. That's what I think within the 5 minutes I'm able to come with the across Rohit Reddy ji. And another taskmaster, really Sri Ravas Reddy Garu. There was a concept, he will not sleep, he will not others to sleep also. He will, and I'm very proud that because a few people presented here, but maybe 3/4 or 4/4 the people are witnessing through net. And also I came across that this program is being telecasted live through YouTube. And another best colleague, my friend Sri Ramulu, is a very clever man. He said, Professor Nageshwar is my guru. You know the secret of this one. He want to term himself that he is very young, I am very old. Friends, fact is, Nageshwar till death is only 25 years. Yes, but 30 years of rich experience. Even I am losing my life on the day also. Nageshwar is only 25 years, right? But 30 years of rich experience. These 30 years may go to 40 years that the God wish, but the 25 years is always fixed one only. Fixed asset for me, I will not. Friends, it is a very interesting one. In the globalization, I will caption by taking some example, which I will consider for myself and with my wife. On the first night, my wife asked me, Nageshwar Garu, while the marriage is performing, are you looking at me or are you looking at somebody else? This may be the case with most of us actually, but they don't come out. I am coming out. Sincerely, I am very interesting so that I am marrying my wife. I can see today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, all the 30 years I can see. But there is another beautiful girl on this stage. If I don't look at her, I may be missing her for my lifetime. When you are looking at the globalization, friends, why this is globalization? Whether you are interested in globalization, there is no choice for you. You have to accept it. That is what the time it is going to happen is. Globalization is going to say, he will not look at his organization because his organization is already successful one. Cell phones for the silent level attending. We are doing a good job. I request all the cell phones keep it in mute, particularly when our Vice Chancellor is speaking. Second important thing is, then where they are looking actually. They look at you if you are growing. In the globalization perspective, there are several advantages. Otherwise, this concept will not come. The advantages, I think, I no need to tell you. And without this globalization, you see, the cross culture, what is happening on the other side, you doesn't know. When you doesn't know what is happening in other side and how you are going to develop is the first question. Therefore, definitely you have to accept. The second one, the advantage, what you can say, I think many people knows about, my dear friends. It is something like that, you see, it is like a barter system only. I have something with me, you have something with you, I have a surplus, you too have a surplus, let us exchange. The simple aspect of the globally, because many of the students are presented here, I want to go for a very simple language, right? It is something like that, whatever the surplus you have, that need to be disposed, and whatever the surplus I to have, I need to have to dispose it. In the globalization also, one country cannot be a self-sufficient, my dear friends, please remember. That means even the rich country like USA, UK, any other European countries, definitely they need also to depend on the third world countries. This is the prime factor SEO of globalization. But the fact is, in the process of the globalization, what is going to happen? That's what I think my friend and Mr. Rohit is telling, that creation of the knowledge-based system, KBS. KBS cannot be, KBS stands knowledge-based system, that cannot be created by an individual or a single entity. Please remember. It is a collection of various things put it together, right? And even the small child who is sitting here, and he got a he or she got a some excellent point which Nageshwara doesn't know. In the globalization process, the exploitation of the such variables which I do not know actually, I want to grab from you, and that I have to put it into that one. So there are several advantages which we have in the globalization. Right now, I think somebody is going to take that I am not interested in the globalization in the sense, because you are not a competitive person. That's what you are not able to compete with somebody. That's what you are against for the globalization. That's what in the beginning itself I told you. Whether you are interested or not interested, that's what recently I was hospitalized for some time. That cardiologist, Dr. K, came to me, Naishwara Garu, we are discharging you tomorrow. Thank you very much, sir. But one thing you remember, I don't know whether you like me or don't like me. You have to visit me once in 4 months. Friends, in the globalization also, if you doesn't care for it, definitely your organization is going to be a failed one. I think our professor used to give us some small example. A person who gets a heart attack, do you think that is it instantly is getting the heart attack? No. Heart attack itself will take the preparation of 10 to 12 years. Once you neglect this 10 to 12 years, an error that will occur, that fatal error. That's what in the globalization, actually, as per the Indies is concerned, I never blame, we are progressing, but that progress is not very satisfactory because we have a traditional system here, which is that prevails. And this is the one issue, how best that you're going to convert from traditional to neoclassical area, where that you're going to generate something. This is the first area. That's what once in a Bill Gates, chief of Microsoft, he has arranged a meeting. You see, he is one of the prime persons who boosted for the globalization. He arranged a journalist meeting. He made one statement. Dear journalists, Microsoft is going to do the wonder in the next 5 years. Do you think that the journalists will keep quiet? They asked immediately, and what kind of wonder you are going to do in the next 5 years? Immediately the journalists put a question to the Bill Gates. The beautiful reply given by the Bill Gates says that it is something like that. Even I do not know what I am going to do. I am not having clarity, but I have a confidence that definitely we are going to create a wonder of innovation in the next 5 years. But what is that innovation even? I do not know. You look at that kind of confidence when creating the globalization. Friends, here what is going to happen? That's what in the barter system you need to depend on somebody, or somebody is also going to depend on you. In the 2 points you see, you have to identify yourself, saying that on what purpose somebody is depending on you, that you need to create an awareness. I have certain facilities with me, that facilities which are going to satisfy your requirement. That the process of the globalization is going to start. It is something like that. I think before Sriramulu, who is a marketing guru, I can say that first, put your idea into the public, then convert that public into customers, and the next best effort is retain that customers forever. And the fourth point, when you look at this cycle, and whoever the customers you have retained with them, they need to bring some more customers for you. You see the 4 important points in the globalization which is going to happen. But there are several issues. First issue, please make a note. There are 2 strategies that are available for any management or any business organization, whether it's a small entity or a big entity. There are 2 things. One is competitive strategy. The second one is participative strategy. When you are in a position to compete with anybody, you compete. Absolutely, I don't have any problem. I will appreciate if you're able to compete. But most of the time, it's not possible for any business entity to compete. Then what I'm trying to request you, try to adopt a participative approach. With that participative approach, you try to continue for some time, then try to convert into a competitor actually. That's what the advanced countries, they never supply you. We are talking about the globalization actually. And it is something like that. I try to extract, because I'm the rich country, I'm trying to extract what you have, but what you want, I will never give it to you. When the technology is being transferred, the major issue in the globalization, these advanced countries, they never transfer the latest technology to you. It's a fact actually, right? Assume that Nageshwara is a poor lecturer. I go to the class, keep silent, don't ask any questions. What I have read from the 4 different books, come and vomit in the classroom, then go out. Students got several doubts. I will not clear. That is what in the globalization process, the people who are got a great technology, they never transfer that technology to you, and they try to transfer such a technology to you, which is already outdated in that country. Major limitation. The next one, what is going to happen? It is a very thing. The recently, I think India purchased some fighter jets from which country? University, France. France. You know how much? What is the deal? 63,000 crores. That country never accept Indian currency, and you have to pay in terms of their currency or in the US dollar terms. But to generate 63,000 crores, how much agricultural products you need to produce? Right? You have to dispose in the open market to get $1. If you dispose in India, you get only Indian rupees, but you need to dispose. People are not accepting your agricultural products. Then there is a lot of imbalance. That is what, if you are not aware what is going to happen, the concept is called in the globalization BOP, balance of payments. At least we are very lucky. We have a dynamic finance minister, prime minister. They are able to focus on this one only, right? That's what our balance of the payments day by day it is decreasing. That's the one good sign that India can compete in the globalization.
What is going to happen if you are globalization, if you did not understand, and your imports are more, your exports are less, then balance of payments crisis will occur in the current account deficit. This is what the points which you have to be. And another danger is migration of the intellectuality. Friends, to manufacture one doctor, Rohit Garu, how much approximately cost for a government institution to manufacture a doctor, MBBS or MD in our country? For one doctor, if you really estimates around 3 crores the government has to spend. But in the globalization, one concept you have to emerge yourself. Whatever the intellectuality you have created by you, at least that intellectual has to be retained in our country for some time. But you cannot force. You cannot force anybody to retain your country. But unfortunately, what is going to happen? Your intellectuality will be invited by other countries in the globalization process. You have created the intellectuality. They grab your intellectuality to work for them. Students. Sriram sir and we used to pass a joke. If Nageshwara wants to look like a handsome boy, I have to select less smarter than me and I have to roam with them. Then the Nageshwara is going to be very handsome boy. Right? The second thing, what is going to happen? The student's message, if at all you are targeted 70 or 80%, you have to do a lot of hard work, correct? Otherwise, you should have a one skill, how to copy it. In the absence of these two skills, the country cannot be successful. This is what in the globalization by the biggest countries, what they do. They try to steal your intellectuality by offering certain shops, benefits to them, excellent facilities they create, excellent R&D facilities will create. I cannot blame a doctor, I cannot blame an intellectual person. After gaining here, why you are going means, sir, I want to go for a research and the innovation, the standard facilities which are not available here. That is what the major limit is, the biggest issue of this globalization which is going to happen. I think Sri Ram sir was telling that the Uber or Ola and Uber. After introduction of this Ola and Uber, the owners are automatically converted to the drivers. But you cannot stop it. Now the process has to be, and how this best you can convert in favorable to you, that is the most important in the globalization actually. That means you have to create yourself that I have certain product with me, I have a certain product service with me. Therefore, either my product or my service, it is going to be useful. That awareness, that public awareness, you have to give it. Then convert them into the customer. Then convert into see that your customers are going to retain with you. Not only that, they have to bring some more customers to your company. This is what the prime facet of the globalization. Right? In the process, once a time, court put a lot of fine to Bill Gates. If you look at this system, laptop placed before me, do you assume that you want to operate a laptop without Microsoft products? We can't dream that. What they're trying to do, when they're trying to dispose this laptop to you, by birth itself, this laptop will come with the Microsoft Office products. But there are other competitive products, but they cannot produce laptops. Then court has given a fine, put a fine to him. When you are selling, you sell other operating systems also into this one. When you are putting your operating system, put other operating systems also into this one. Then Bill Gates said, sir, this is very horrible. It is something like that when I want to sell 12 bottles of cool drinks, my company is a Coke, and you are telling in the box, I have to keep 6 bottles of my company and I have to keep 6 bottles of other company. Why this is happening? Lot of monopoly is going to happen in the globalization. That's what you have to be very careful. Right? So that's what we try to say. In the examination hall, in the classroom, I used to tell when I gave a problem to the students, we say, kindly discuss the problem in the classroom. But my students are going to misunderstand. They try to discuss in the examination hall, then there's a punishment to them. Right? In this globalization, what is going to happen? I think the small companies are forced for the merger. They say only outside merger. This is another financial crunch, what you have to say. Right? Either it is going to happen vertical mergers, horizontal mergers, or conglomerate mergers, or forced mergers. What is going to happen? It is something like that, threatening them. But to come out of that threatening,
definitely you have to do a lot of hard work and you have to create a value yourself. That's another important problem. That means the small companies will disappear. And Hyderabad is facing more than 200 bulk truck companies. Do you think that another 20 years, these many bulk truck companies will be there in Hyderabad? No, only the few companies are going to dictate the world. For that one, now itself, you have to prepare what you have to do. Today, my friend Srinivas Reddy has invited, I went to a saloon shop to have a cut. Kurchunna. That fellow is asking a very horrible question. Sir, what cutting I have to do? Like, cutting with the cutting. But he says that the process is like this, sir. In the too much of competition, maybe indirectly is trying to talk about the globalization. I have to ask this question. And what response I'm getting from you, I never mind. And particularly, he said that particularly bald-headed people are very particular about what cutting they have to do. Then I said, you try to give 75% discount if it is possible. Friends, what is going to happen? Every time, try to put a question yourself. If you are able to generate the answer because of this globalization, what is going to happen? Try to find a solution. If it doesn't find the solution for you, then you go for a participative approach. Definitely that is going to help you. Right? I think taking more than STEM, I have so many points to share with you. Please trust yourself. Please make that you have a certain knowledge. Try to build up a confidence level. That's what always the Ratan Tata tells. Before taking the decision, I think. But after taking the decision, I never go back, even if it's a wrong decision. That means I want to prove myself that whatever the decision I have taken, it is correct. I will prove that. That's what in the proof that one, you try to do it. The government, I'm trying to give one message to the government, either it's a state or central government. We have a lot of energetic, young, energetic people. Don't make them in the globalization process. See that everybody is going to work for to grow the GDP of the company. Nageshwar is very energetic, but you are giving a free breakfast, free lunch, free dinner, some alcohol in the evening. What I want it? I don't require anything. Why should I work actually? This is what the China has realized in the early year. And when you look at almost 25% of $1 trillion is their GDP when you compare to this is much more than $30 trillion more than the United States of America. You study them. How the globalization is going to impact. That is what, my dear friends, is a small message for you. And I congratulate the entire group of institutions, particularly Krishna Reddy Garu, because without the chairman encouragement, right? I have seen so many seminars, chairmans are absent, but every time which I came here, the chairman is present here. That means encourage real recognition, give applause to him. Friends, feel that you are the owner of yourself. Then the globalization is going to form. Never feel that you are an inferior. Feel that superior. Develop confidence. Don't develop overconfidence. This is going to develop a kind. Finally, 1 minute, I'll complete a joke and assume a father called his son, who is doing MBA in a particular college. My dear son, in another 1 semester, you are going to complete MBA. What you are going to do? What are your plans? This son immediately has replied, Daddy, I don't want to work under somebody. You see the language itself? He doesn't want to work under somebody. Again, the father had the problem came to the beginning. 23 years I fed this fellow. I thought that this fellow will search for a job and he will help me. Now he says that you don't want to work under somebody. If you don't work under somebody, where you are going to work? He said, Daddy, I want to become an entrepreneur. I'm very happy. Srinivas Reddy is also trying for that one entrepreneurship to create among you. Then father has removed pen and paper, gave to that person, student. You write the feasibility of that project which you are going to do it. Idu class feasibility and edu teliyadaya. What is operational feasibility, economic feasibility, technical feasibility, what is SCAD, what is SS? He doesn't know anything. He failed to write even one pen. Then what are the expectations that without anything, how he becomes an entrepreneur means he got an idea. Once he become the business person, business is highly successful. I no need to go to the office. Somebody will run the office and I have a beautiful secretary who sits with me. I can go to the Goa once in a time. I can enjoy and come back. These are the perspectives of the
restrictions of the globalization, work hard, try to understand other people, right? You have certain things with you, but look at others. Indaka nenu madam example ichindi, nenem చూడలేదు, నేను చాలా సిన్సియర్, మా మేడం కి చూసినాను నేను. But the thing is that you have certain inputs with you, but try to gather the inputs and the quality inputs from others. That makes you 100% successful. And thank you very much for the entire management, particularly Hero Sar Pakana Vuchunanu. I am so lucky. I wish you all the best. And I hope convey this changes, whatever the outcome of the presentations to the government, state council, and both the universities, as Sri Ramu sir said. And I wish you all the best and God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words to the delegates with the quotations and practical corporate examples about the globalization. Now, I call Dr. Sukanya Mehta, Associate Professor, to introduce our Chief Guest Professor, Katta Narasimha Reddy Garu.
Good morning to all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, delegates, my fellow colleagues, and students. I feel honored to introduce our Vice Chancellor, who is the chief guest for today's inaugural session, Professor Katta Narasimha Reddy Garu, Chief Vice Chancellor for UH. Earlier to this, he worked as Vice Chancellor for Mahatma Gandhi University, Nalgonda, and also as in-charge Vice Chancellor for Palamuru University. Professor Katta Narasimha Reddy Garu earned his doctorate from Osmania University. He also received advanced training in microprocessors and digital electronics from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and also training in script writing and film direction from Film and Television Institute of India. He is also a life member of various professional bodies and fellow of World Innovation Foundation, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana Academy of Sciences. Professor Reddy has been an active teacher and a researcher in the fields of condensed matter and material sciences. He is also a visiting research professor and held scientist positions at International Center for Theoretical Physics, University of Rome, and Electronica dello Stato Solido at Rome. Sir has authored 105 research papers which were published in various peer-reviewed journals and has authored numerous books on technology. Under his supervision, 12 students were awarded doctoral degree. Sir has chaired various sessions in a number of national and international conferences in India, US, Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, New Zealand, and many. He hosted several national and international conferences and seminars. He was also the associate editor of Journal of Pure and Applied Physics and review editor of Journal of Materials Chemistry and Physics. He is also associated with Solid State Ionics Laboratory, Southern University, Louisiana, US, and Department of Electronic Engineering and Physics, Wilkes University, Penn State, US. He has also organized more than 5 national and international conferences. Presently, he is the elected president of Telangana Academy of Sciences, Hyderabad, India. He is also the vice president and honorable secretary of Andhra Pradesh Academy of Sciences. He has been actively involved in advancing the research at Osmania University and Mahatma Gandhi University. He was also the coordinator for UGC-sponsored assistance programs and DST projects for Government of India funding programs at Osmania University. Professor Reddy has been associated as chairman for several teams of peer committees which are constituted by National Assessment and Accreditation Council, which is one of the India's premier quality assurance agency for higher education. He has also participated in several national level meetings and benchmarking of higher education institutions. He has actively participated in the activities of Association of Indian Universities. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. great opportunity and honor to call our chief guest, Professor Katta Narasimha Reddy Garu, to speak few words on this occasion.
Lion Krishna Reddy Garu, the chairman of the college. Professor Nageshwar Rao, the former dean, and very much related to this particular conference today. Professor Sri Ramulu is the head of the Department of Business Management. Dr. Jagirdar, Dr. Rohit, Professor Prashant Reddy, and Dr. Srinivas Reddy, who is the principal of your college. All the participants of this conference, international conference. You know that the conferences and seminars play a very important role in the student life, particularly to interact with the eminent people who will participate in the seminars and conference, come and deliver the lectures. They will have a greater opportunity to interact with them. Therefore, always I prefer that there should be, instead of online seminars, there should be the contact seminars. That really helps each one of us to learn something from our speakers, even our peers. So these conferences have a very important role. Coming back to this conference, after hearing Professor Sri Ramulu's address and Professor Nageshwar Rao, I had a little pain in my heart because I did not pursue my business management, master's in business management. I missed it for some reason. But after hearing from, after observing what Nageshwar Rao was saying just now, I really feel very sorry that I could not take business management as a subject when I studied. I will tell you the two reasons. So my father used to tell me that, you know, whatever the passion you have for your studies, even if you miss to study that, somewhere in your life, if you really pursue and if you have a passion, someday your dream will be realized. That is true in my case. Reason I will tell you, the first thing I wanted to know as a student of studying at multipurpose high school or as a student of intermediate, I always wanted to become an engineer. Because those days, engineering studies are very, very highly lucrative, and every intelligent student, every topper in any college school in those days wanted to become an engineer. Unfortunately, there was only one engineering college in the entire Telangana state. Telangana in those days, I mean by 9 districts. That was only Usmania University, where we had a course, engineering course for 5 years program. And the total number of seats are only 300. So imagine there is a large competition. Because in those days, the seats were allotted based on your merit in your intermediate or multipurpose or PUC streams. So we could not get the admission in engineering college in the first list. So the option was for me to, even if I want to pursue engineering, the option was to go to any other university or any other college outside the state or within the state. Fortunately, during that time, I'm talking about 1969, government started an engineering college, which is known as the Nagarjuna Sagar Engineering College. And that Nagarjuna Sagar Engineering College was an upgraded college in the sense that it has been made an engineering college from a polytechnic. Because there was a government polytechnic there and they converted it to an engineering college. So my father at the time was a legislator and is an academician. He told me that it is not proper for you to go to engineering in that particular engineering college because it's an upgraded polytechnic. If you wanted to become a polytechnic student, I would have admitted you long back, about 2 years back, you should have opted for that. Then why do you want to go for that engineering college and pursue your engineering? And he also told me that if you pursue your engineering in Nagarjuna Engineering College, you will never get married because nobody will come forward to give a girl to you. So I have to deter and opt for something else. Then the closest thing was to opt for the next to engineering was the science. So after for BSc special in those days, we had only the campus, about 20 students in each subject like physics 20, chemistry 20, etc. So which was equivalent to BSc honors. So I got admitted myself into BSc special and completed my BSc. After that, the question mark was whether to go for any other course other than science. Then we visited Arts College to explore if there is any possibility that we can, shift our subject. In Arts College, that was the time when they started the business management course. I'm talking about 1970. We never had the MBA program by that time in Usmania University. That was the first year, if I'm right. So they started business management. So somebody said, why don't you go for business management? We had serious deliberations about it. But somebody told me that what is business management? You know, if you go to the Kirana shop, you buy something and come back. To maintain a Kirana shop, you have to study a post-graduation in business management. Business management is nothing, you don't take business management. Instead of that, go for MA in political science or MA in English literature or something else. That would be very useful if you are not really keen in going for the science, pursuing science in future. Then again, have to drop an idea of joining a business management. But today, looking at the progress of business management, looking at the colleges, looking at the people like Nageshwara, etc., I really feel sad that I could not pursue business management. I could not pursue my passion in engineering. I could not pursue business management. Then we excelled in science and subsequently got PhD and visited abroad, worked at different places, come back to University, join, and you know the history, then I became the vice chancellor. See, the passion which I had to pursue business management and passion which I had to pursue my engineering, I could not fulfill those days. But today, I can proudly say that I am the vice chancellor of this technological university. You know that this technological university is started from Nagarjuna Sagar Engineering College. Today, Jawaharlal Technological University is a university which started from Nagarjuna Sagar Engineering College. Nagarjuna Sagar Engineering College has been converted to a university where I am heading this university, where I am heading the students and the faculty of engineering as well as the business management. So this is the way I could fulfill my dream that I missed the bus for both technology as well as for the business management. Coming back to business management, why I say it is important. Looking at Nageshwara Rao could become the OSD in Usmania University. Then I thought, probably business management is one of the areas where the vice chancellor has to concentrate and there should be a OSD from business management. Then, now I appointed Dr. Dharma, who is a business management student, as the OSD. to see what exactly the business management students will be doing in arena of the universities. So coming back to your the basic conference, the emerging trends in global business. This particular conference really makes sense as of today. It's very important because day in and day out, the technology is advancing so much, and similarly, the business management or the global business is transforming itself unimaginably, in the sense that the technology is expanding. I will not say expanding, it is exploding. Every day, if you look at the technology, whatever we have not heard of the things are now coming into and transforming our human life, making us more comfortable, making us more accessible to many materialistic the world. Now, because of the advent of discovery of internet, we have seen 3G, 4G. Now people are talking about 5G. Already 5G has been introduced, and which is the fastest communication channel now. Because of this continuous change of the technology, the internet made the world as a small globe. Now you can talk to people, just I am talking to you right now. Probably many of other students must be online. They must be seeing this, what is happening here. So communication has become a vital role, is going to play a vital role in this world. Because of this communication channels, because of the technology, now business has been totally transformed. If you look at global business, why people are saying global business? Earlier, the business used to be very localized to your village, to your district. And even if somebody wants to, I am from Nalgonda, even somebody wants to buy something from Nalgonda town, they used to come to Hyderabad. And there is a place called some General Bazaar or something like that in Secunderabad. They used to come and make purchases weekly or monthly once and come back to the villages. Today, the globe has become so small that even while talking to you, I can order any product from here, from US or from Europe or wherever. So the e-commerce has now has become a buzzing word. E-commerce has become picked up so much. Not only e-commerce, nowadays we talk about m-commerce, that is mobile commerce. Sitting at your place, you can order anything, you can do any kind of course of business you can perform with your single touch of a mobile. So the technology is continuously exploring. When I first went to US sometime in 1985, I realized that, I went to a place, it was a library. So I went to a library, a bookstore, not even a library, called Amazon Bookstore, where they comfortably put sofas and all that. Whatever the book you want to read, you can read. If you are convinced with that book, you can buy. Even otherwise also, you can just leave the book there and go. That kind of a facility was there. So that Amazon books were available throughout the country in US, not even in India and any other place. But I said, how this Amazon, starting an Amazon is a book, not even a publisher. He was marketing the books. But today, if you talk about Amazon, everything is with Amazon. All the products available in the world, any corner you manufacture one thing, you can order through Amazon. So Amazon has grown to billions of worth business just because of the internet, because of the technology. Today, Amazon is able to use the robots for packing, sending it to different places. So similarly, you have Ohio. of business from that small place. So since the world has become small, if I need a person who has got a high skills and high technology is associated with him, I want to hire him. In earlier days, it was very difficult to hire him. To bring him from one country to another country would have been a big problem. But today, even sitting at your place, you can choose the best talent from any corner of the world, and he will be available online. We will be doing business with you online. So that is the advantage of the technology. That is the way the globe is transforming itself. Not only the globe, but the total business, what we conduct, billions of the dollars of business, what we conduct today, is because of this explosion of technology. Therefore, all of you, being the business management students, not only concentrate on your basic principles of business management, but today you have to couple your knowledge, you have to add your knowledge with the technology. Once you become a savvy of this technology, the total business, the principles of whatever you have learned might be changing in coming years, and the books of business management should have been rewritten so that they can cover up with all the technology. With these few words, once again, I appreciate all of you for taking part in this international conference, and I congratulate Srinivas Reddy and the chairman of your college to making this happen for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivation, encouraging words and educating regarding the business techniques and practical technology exposure to the delegates. Thank you, sir. Now, I request our chairman, Lawyer K. Krishna Reddy Garu, to felicitate the chief guest and present the memento as a token of love. Next, I request our chairman to felicitate the Professor R. Nageshwara Sir Garu. Next, I request our chairman, sir, to felicitate our guest of honor, Professor D. Sriraman Sir Garu. And I request our chairman to felicitate our UCO Bank chairman, D. Prashant Reddy Garu. Thank you, sir. Now I request our chief guest, Professor Katta Narasimha Reddy Garu, to present the memento to the lawyer K. Krishna Reddy Garu. To our director, Rohit Kumar Garu. And our principal, Jagirdar Sir Garu. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to call our Professor B. Sundareshan, Head of the Department, to present the vote of thanks on behalf of Aristotle PG College. I request all the participants, please be silent.
Very good afternoon to one and all. It's again, we got a momentous occasion in this college to be together for a common consensus. That is our international conference, which is taking place today and tomorrow. As I have been given the opportunity of submitting the vote of thanks, it's a great privilege to be and honor. I'm Dr. Sundaresan, head of the department, Aristotle PG College. At the very first of it, our sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Katta Narasimha Reddy Garu, who have got preoccupations in his university and has agreed our sincere thanks to you, sir. Followed by our President, who is not a new one. We have been meeting him for the previous days too, and he has kindly consented to come to be with us, and he has delivered a talk which is really touching the bullseye. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Followed by that, our present head of the department, Usmania University, Professor Sri Ramulu. Sir, your talk was very unique, and we request, as you are giving your teachings and everything to Usmania University students, please come to our campus very frequently and give us also, sir. We are greatly honored. And a special thanks to our Chief Manager of United Commercial Bank, Mr. Prashant Kumar, who has kindly consented our request and a sponsorship of us with an amount of 30,000 rupees, a very unique one for us. 30,000 rupees as a unique one. Sir, we request you to be continuously on our favor so that our institution will be highly honored by you, sir. Sir, Prashant Kumar, sir, this is not the end, it is only beginning, sir. Please. Further thanks to our beloved Chairman, sir, and our Director, Rohit Reddy, sir, and our KG Reddy College of Engineering Principal, Dr. Professor Jagirdar, sir, and our, what I can say, a mentor to our friend, our guide, our philosopher, Professor Srinivas Reddy, sir. For the last 1 month, he has been working on this international conference matter tirelessly, and each and every aspect has been taken over by him. And under his able guidance, we have been doing the work very successfully till this moment, and we are very confident that we will be doing the same thing in the future too. Thank you very much, sir. Our gratitude to all the participants who have submitted their articles off the line and on the line and are ready to make your presentations here, and we welcome you all sincerely and be with us as per the timings so that our international conference will be taking place as per the schedule what we have made. It is our humble request to you all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Above all, I don't have any other words to say. As a mark of respect to our nation and to our mother India, let us all stand together and sing the national anthem of our country. As an announcement, please. Within 5 minutes time, our technical session begins. So all the presenters are requested to be ready with their presentations to go on with it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
contribute to the Indian development. So as a rapporteur, I call chairperson and co-chairperson Dr. V. Sundareshan sir to introduce the chairperson and keynote speaker.
Very good afternoon to everybody. I'm Dr. Sundaresan, the co-chairperson of this international conference, track A, in the other word, track 1. I have the pleasure of introducing the chairperson, Dr. Murthy Chodisetti, who is a faculty of management studies in Srinidhi Institute of Science and Technology, Hyderabad. To say only a few words about Dr. Murthy, he has been awarded a doctoral degree in finance by Konjur Lakshmaya University, Andhra Pradesh. Followed by that, and he has that business management in MBA, in human resource management, and also in finance management. Before that, he has completed his Master of Commerce also. He has been holding a very good track record in his academic profession and career, who has come over here as the chairperson. I welcome on behalf of our international conference to our campus to do the further things in that. Over to. In the second instance, I wish to introduce the keynote speaker, Dr. Mukul Burgate of Nagpur University, who has consented to be the keynote speaker of this international seminar conference. And to the profile of Dr. Mukul Burgate, he is a fellow of Indian Institute of Management, Kolkata, in his civil engineering degree, and he is an alumnus of Department of Management Studies, Pune. For a period of time, he has been contributing his services to the field of education as an associate professor for the last 21 years. In his studies in management research and in R.C. Modi Institute of Management Studies Global Access, Pune, he has been the thorough experience of ODL education and Indira Gandhi National Open University as a coordinator and counselor for the last 10 years. He is a nominated member of Board of Studies with the Supervisory Skill and Professional University, Pune, Indira Gandhi College of Commerce and Science, and RTM Nagpur University. So Mr. Burgate has got, to his credit, a wonderful educational pursuits which he has been proving for the last 21 years. I welcome Dr. Mukul Burgate to our international conference and to be the keynote speaker of this podium. Thank you very much. Paper messages.
Your presentation is
Yes. Our chairperson is the pilot presenter of track 1, which is going to begin now. The topic chosen by Dr. Murthy is impact of seasonal crop management on agriculture sector in India.
not in this.
Same. Talking. Two copies.
Same ಇದೆ. Banking sector.
Let me have the pleasure of reading out the research topic made by Dr. C.H. Murthy. Impact of foreign direct investment on Indian economic growth with a special reference in infrastructure sector and empirical study in banking. Over to Dr. Murthy, please. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Caller mic.
No need, sir. Online. Then you share your sir. Share. Sir, there's no problem. Can I start, sir? Respected our beloved principal, sir, and eminent faculty members of Aristotle PG College, and my dear students, a very good afternoon. Say, my name is Dr. Murthy, is a faculty of business management from Srinidhi Institute of Science and Technology. Yes, sir. See, I need to present a seminar on the topic of role of foreign direct investment on Indian economic growth with a special reference to banking sector in India. This is called as my title. First of all, I need to explain our title of International Conference on Emerging Trends in Global Business
2022. See, what is meant by global business? What is business? What is marketing? What are the other concepts relating to global business? Basically, 7 continents are there, 220 countries are there in the world. Only 96 countries are recognized by the stock market. In our India is 132th country for the purpose of doing business in the world. See, what is Indian business? What is global business? Basically, the business it is a process of LSM concept, logistics and supply chain management concept. So it is based for a person manufactured a product from the consumption of that particular person utilized by somebody. The middle process is called as a LSM project. See, according to Indian business is technology plus creativity. Indian business is technology plus creativity. The global business is technology plus design thinking. Technology plus design thinking. So once upon a time, a particular product manufactured by somebody, how can sale of that particular product in the market? Yes or not? In common phenomena, most of the recent past 20-30 years, all the manufacturers or all the sale related, all the companies are explaining the type of particular products in the market. They are using advertisements. Basically, advertisements are, it is blood of any business sale. Yes or not? Some people are doing advertisement. Some people are relating to offers. Some people are relating to buy one, get one. Some people are so and so. So this is called as a common tendency for the purpose of sale of their product in the market. That is called as a Indian business system. The global business system is same, but it's separate. That is only based for design thinking. Design thinking. Basically, you can, your product sale in the market, you can use some important techniques for sale of your product. Yes or not? So publicity is the one of the important factor for sale of a product. For example, 2 types of publicities are there. One is positive publicity. Second one is negative publicity. Positive publicity, negative publicity. Most of the companies are encouraging positive publicity, but sometimes some people, some investors or some sales people can use negative publicity for the purpose of sale of their products. For example, cigars, alcohol. Yes or not? These are, how can you sell the particular cigars? It means cigarettes. Yes or not? So some types of cigarettes are available in the market. Yes or not? So the people are focused on what particular cigarettes are there. Once upon a time, so some BD, something like is available nowadays. Plenty of models, plenty of designs are there. How can you sell the particular product in the market in the cigars industry? Yes or not? So this is one aspect. The second aspect is in the world business, 2 people are there. One is market leader. Second one is competitor. Market leader, competitor. Market leader means which type of product available in the market, the company owner is called as a market leader. For example, toothpaste industry is there. Plenty of toothpaste are available in the market. Some people can buy close-up, some people can buy Colgate, some people can buy something else. Yes or not? So 95% of people can buy Colgate toothpaste because it is brand related products. Yes or not? Once the second preference will be given to customer or a consumer on a particular product is called as a competitor. Yes or not? It's called as a second thing. So the negative publicity is based for some important products only. For example, pamphlets, some types of pamphlets available in the market for the purpose of publicity purpose. Yes or not? Say one pamphlet written by the particular company owner according to that about that particular cigars. Don't use X related cigars because some types of alcoholic material available in the particular cigars. This is called as a negative publicity. Yes or not? Some people can see the pamphlet. So Mr. X company related cigarettes or some alcohol is there. This is one we can use. Once I can purchase. This is called as a one of the important factor for negative publicity. So this is called as a introduction to world business. So nowadays in India, one important concept is there. The concept is all the company people can use sampling system. There is no advertisement. There is no other mouth publicity. Sampling system is the one of the important parameter for increase the sale of a product. So this is a small introduction to the difference between global business and world business. Right. According to my topic, foreign direct investment FDI on Indian economic growth with a special reference to banking sector. This is my title. What is meant by foreign direct investment? What is meant by foreign institutional investment? Institutional investment. Basically, these two types of investments are made by some other country. Foreign direct investment and foreign institutional investment. It is relating to banking sector. It is relating to banking sector. See, according to FDI, it is called as a foreign capital. Two types of foreign capital. One is inward foreign capital. Second one, outward foreign capital. Inward FDI means foreign capital invested in Indian resource is called as a inward FDI. Outward FDI means Indian capital invested in foreign resource. So this is the two types of foreign direct investments. According to the introduction is basically two types of routes enter into the India for the purpose of developing a resource. One is FIPB route. Second one is SIA route. FIBB, Foreign Institutional Promotion Board, Secretariat Institute Assistant. So these are the basic things enter into the foreign direct investment in India. These are the routes. Yes or no? So the foreign direct investment act as a bridge to fulfill the gap between investments and savings. Investment and savings. Basically, I already told you two types of FDI. This is called as a introduction to foreign direct investment. See, this is common factors considered in my research. These are institutional factors, Indian economic factors, select sectors, and growth factors. According to identify, the policymakers can change their policies on the basis of two types of factors: Indian factors, Indian economic factors, and global economic factors. The basic thing is the foreign direct investment provides a plenty of employment opportunity to the Indian people for the purpose of they are doing business and also providing opportunities. These are the review of literature. Here in my paper, the statement of the problem is nearly 196 countries are available in the market based on recognized by the stock market. In these countries, our country is 136 countries already explained. See, the statement of the problem is in recent years, emerging countries are attracting a significant foreign direct investment flows in India. But the lagging is there is no policymakers, there is no institutional factors, there is no economic factors are not reaching the top position in the country. So one example is in 196 countries, a smaller country, the country name is Belgium, is attracting 100% of FDI flows in the world market. Yes or not? So this is called as a problem of the statement, research gap, research questions. The objectives. The objective is a study of foreign direct investment flows impact on banking sector in India. These are the hypotheses. This is the scope of the studies. The study period is 15 years. These are the limitations. These are the analysis and interpretation. I can use some important tools and techniques in my analysis. It is impact on foreign direct investment, economic growth. It is relating to banking sector. See, these are the statistical tools I used. First one is unit root test. Second one, Johnson co-integration test, ARDL approach, VECM model, and MEDAS, mixed data sampling method. Unit root test means here it is stationary test. Stationary test means automatically we collect our analysis is based for secondary data. Secondary data includes again two types, panel data and also time series data. It is relating to time series data. You can collect various types of data relating to foreign direct investment. Automatically you can conduct a test, that is unit root test. The data is significant or not, that is 5% significant or 95% of confidence level is available or not. So according to unit root test, two types of tests are there. One is augmentary Dinky-Puller test. Second one is Philipp-Perron test. It is stationary related test. Stationary is nothing but some types of data available in our website. Some country data relating to monthly, some country data relating to daily, some are relating to 3 months, something like that. So all the types of data converted into single way, automatically it is available for research. It is good for research. So the data is correct or not, it is significant or not. So you can use two types of tools, that is augmented Dinky-Puller test and also Philipp-Perron test. The second one is Johnson co-integration test. The test conducted for the purpose of it is impact on banking sector or banking sector impact on X on Y or Y on X. X on Y, Y on X. So this is you conduct Johnson co-integration test. ARDL approach means it is autoregressive distribution log model test. It is applied for institutional factors based for banking sector and also FDI. ARDL approach nothing but it is identification by association between FDI and also banking sector. So association you can find out it is whether correct or not. So here two differences between what is meant by relationship, what is meant by association. Relation means it is FDI in basically 64 sectors are there. Each sector is identify their association or relation. For example, father son is available for son, daughter, these called as a relationship. Yes or not? So the relation is relating to institutional factors, Indian economical factors. It is based for FDI versus institutional factors, or FDI versus economical factors, or FDI versus banking sector. Yes or not? You know relationship between these two. Second one, association. The association nothing but it is based for Y, Y is based for X, X is based for Y. Yes or not? For general tendency, father, son, these are relationships. But association is, for example, wife and husband. But these people completely different from various sources. Yes, sir. They collaborate, make a family. So as thing, it is called as a association is available or not, you can identify ARDL approach. VECM model is the relationship between selected factors on FDI and banking sector. Next one is MEDAS, mixed data sampling method. The sampling method is identify, it is impact on FDI impact on all the factors or one independent variable impact on a plenty of dependent variable. You can run the test is called as a mixed data sampling test. So this is called as a tools techniques I used for the purpose of paper. So this is only one objective. I run the test. This is called as a station test, unit root test, augmentary dingy puller test. The test conducted by the test for the purpose of whether the relationship or the stationary or the ideal is it is specific or not. You can identify banking sector, level of significance, first difference and second difference. Yes or not? So that the data is fit or not, you can identify first of all. So the particular test for the purpose of conducted for the purpose of first difference or second difference. This is called as another Philipperan test, 5% significance. This is Johnson co-integration test for the conducting whether the variable is available or not. This is VECM model. This is interpretation. This is where log order criteria. This is old test. Okay. Findings, suggestions, conclusion. So this is my technical paper. It is based for all the R programming related factors. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your being presentation. It was really contributing and congratulations on this presentation of yours. Next, I would like to call upon Dr. Sanjay Kumar Tawani to present the papers on online. Over to Dr. Sanjay Kumar. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, one and all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. And I congratulate Aristotle PG College for organizing the international conference on emerging trends in global business 2022. And a special thanks to Dr. Lokasani Srinivas Reddy Garu, who has given this, who is a convener and also principal, has given the opportunity to present the paper, and also thanks to all the organizers and faculty members who have been working tirelessly on this conference. So today in this conference, my contribution for the paper will be, because this conference just has come around the corner about the budget. So I thought of why not present some insights about the budget, which was called Amrit Kaul budget by the government. And this paper is presented by, along with me, the co-author, Dr. J. Varaprasad Reddy Garu, and who is Director and Professor TKI Institute of Management Science, and myself, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, Associate Professor and Academic Head, TKI Institute of Management Science. So without wasting further time, I just get into the paper. So that, because, this term has Amrit Kaul budget by the Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitaram, because for the next, it will be, for the next 25 years, it will be, on the part of the expansion and growth of the economy, because we will be, this is the 75th year of independence, and next year we will be celebrating the 100 years, means coming time. So by the time India achieve 100 years of independence, so they should be, the economy should be on the growth, on the fast track, on the growth and other factors. But because they are keeping the upcoming elections, which is going to happen in 5 states, and this looming Omicron threat and the nascent economic recovery, okay, the coming challenges, this budget has been planned keeping the future. Of course, there are so many hits and misses in this budget, which we'll discuss, and what was given, okay, and what stayed out of this budget, we'll discuss. Now, let's look at the state of the economy. The government projects India's economy, which projects the growth has 9.2%. Of course, this is tentative, but because we may see presently the figures going much below the rate which is estimated by the government. But hopefully we can recover from this budget. And also the India's gross GDP in dollar terms has been crossed already $3 trillion, which is a good news. Of course, there is a fiscal which is projected at 6.9% of the fiscal, has again 6.8, which is little higher. Now, fiscal is fiscal deficit is nothing but the shortcoming which the government spending more of expenditure over income. And fiscal is related to is a term which is used related to the revenue of the government and the taxes collected by the government. Okay, now, so there is surely a gap, and definitely, as I see today's news, just I think 1 hour back, the Foreign Secretary, Mr. Tarun Bajaj, has told that maybe the revenues earned by the government in the upcoming time may surely reduce the fiscal deficit. Now, one thing I must tell you, because we have students also here, and because for your knowledge, that is fiscal. Whenever you have a fiscal deficit, it will surely in the coming time. It is increasing more, rising over and over time. It may directly leads to the inflation. Yeah.
Sanjay Kumar, sorry for the interruption.
Yeah.
Your slides are not on the screen, please. Could you please share it?
Oh. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, can you see now, sir? Yes. Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, so these are the key points. And now the state of economy we are discussing, because we are on the fast track and try to convert the present slow pace economy into a fast track economy. Hence it is called Amit called budget. Amit means a nectar, is an elixir. Okay, let's see how it is elixir for some sectors and not for others, because so many sectors were left out. Now, let's take the housing and urban planning sector, which was under the PM Awas Yojana was allocated 48 crores of rupees, and which is little higher compared to last budget, and 8 lakhs dwellings which will be built by then the PM beneficiary fund. Awas Yojana, 6,000 households in rural and urban regions will be selected. Has 60,000 households has reception of the PM Awas Yojana, and 60,000 crore is set aside and to being set aside to provide 3.8 crore homes with access to running water. 8 lakhs families would be selected for the affordable housing project in 22-23. So a total of 60,000 crores has been set aside to establish tap water connections. Water, through Jal Yojana. Okay, now. So water is one of the key thing for every household. Now, and continuing with the housing and urban planning sector, a high level of urban planner analysts have formed and suggestions and to strengthen the capacity and planning of the implementation and governance, which will maybe take this sector into a next level through proper regular investments and returns from the long-term projects, which also has to be in combination going by the public-private partnership. Now, so these are the modernization which has to be given, and from providing urbanization to the current areas. Now, let's talk about because in railways, because 4,400 new Vande Mataram trains have been sanctioned and developed under new products for small farmers and MSMCs. So giving a little boost to that particular sector, micro, small and medium enterprises. And there is an integration of the postal and railways network, which was to facilitating the parcel movement was in that area. What also announced, because we also it will what you call take the supply chain to the next level, and it will make the fast transport of goods from one place to another. So there was a master plan which has been formulated for highways also, and it was known as the name Kavach. Okay, so to complete the 25,000 kilometer national highways in 22-23. Parallelly, the government announced the issue of green bonds. Now, green bonds are related to the investment in the green projects, which will help in the sustainability of the green environment, and also a pollution-free environment. Talking about the green efficiency implementing green efficiency technology, particularly green homes. Yeah. And those projects have been encouraged, and it is also backed by WHO. Sorry, WTO. Now, data centers and energy storage systems also be given the boost in this budget. Now, there's one more term which is understood in the budget, which is called Gati Shakti. Okay, now the BJP government is always good at using new terms for its any kind of scheme which they launch. So PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan has been encompasses the 7 engines of the economy, and the 7 engines includes roads, railways, airports, ports, mass transport, waterways, and logistics infrastructure. So all these 7 engines will pull forward the economy in the coming time. Now let's talk about our key sector, main sector, which is agriculture sector and the food processing sector. So for this also, the welfare also, the 1,32,513 crores of rupees has been allocated in the 22-23 budget. And here a little use of technology in the form of Kisan drones will be promoted for crop assessment, digitalization of land records, and spraying of insecticides. So these are some of the key measures in the agriculture sector.
It is okay.
And
we need to give micro.
And also fund with blend capital raised under the co-investment along with the NABARD. Okay, now which is a apex institution for agriculture. Now, as you know, that zero budget natural farming also, which was in the past has been introduced by Subhash Patekar, who is a key pioneer in this movement of zero budget natural farming, which was appreciated by the Food and Agriculture Organization of UNO. So in this regard, the agriculture universities in the country will be encouraged to include these areas in the syllabus. So one must know, the students, you must know that, how to, what you call, in the coming time, you should part of the zero budget natural farming, which is chemical free farming, organized farm, organic farming. Now, education. So little good news for in our sector, education sector, as we all are in education sector. A digital university would be established to provide access to students across the country for world-class quality universal education. One class, one TV channel program to be expanded to 200 TV channels. And virtual labs and skilling e-labs will be established to promote critical thinking skills and simulated learning environment. See, we all learn theory, but when it comes to application, technical know-how, it is always we lag behind. So under the, it will always boost the research and development part of it. So the digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood, and the DAYS Stack e-portal. The DAYS Stack e-portal will be launched is a new word which is introduced, where it will help the union budget for skilling, upskilling, reskilling that can be done through this portal. Okay, and it will provide the industrial training, okay, to the job holders, so that they can upgrade their skills and get the better opportunities in the companies. So the jobless problem will be solved by upskilling their skills in the coming times. Now, so the AICT, the AICT, which is the apex institution, will lead the way in developing urban planning programs. And also there was an increase in the PM's e-Vidya 12 one class one TV channel scheme also is there. As you see, there are so many channels are there which are also helpful, especially in this pandemic time. Now, healthcare, which is a key. So healthcare sector has been allocated 86,200 crores in the union budget. And in particularly, I must mention here, a national telemental health program will be launched to improve the access to quality mental health, counseling and care services. You know that everybody was online, everything was locked down in pandemic. So there was an impact on the mental, development of the children, mental development of the people. Okay, we have become mentally stressed. Okay, now, so there were so many health related issues, mental health related issues had come up. So there was a program, there was a scheme which was launched by the government in this budget for improving the quality of the mental health. And there will be an open platform for natural digital health ecosystem, which will be rolled out. It includes computerized registers of healthcare providers and institutions, a unique health identity, and universal admission to healthcare services. So, you will be issuing some health cards, which will help you to, multiple benefits you can take in the various health centers and hospitals. And here, National Health Mission, the budget allocation was 36,576 crores in 21-22, and now it has to 37,000 crores to 22-23. So little thing was done for health sector also. Now, telecom sector. So 5G, everybody is talking about 5G. So 5G implementation as telecom spectrum auction will be held in 2022. The tentative date has been not announced, but definitely it will sooner, maybe the later part of the year, the government is planning to implement. And they also in this, so it will benefit both the cheap internet connections to mobile connectivity in rural and distant locations. And under telecom, because you can see the Universal Service Obligation Fund, which is a pool of funds generated by 5% universal services levy, which is levied on the telecom fund operators. So, and from there, 5% is taken and it is allocated for research and development and technology advancements. Okay, so that collection has, that fund will be 5% of the fund will be diverted towards R&D. And also agriculture's agreements for laying optical fibers in towns will be given under the name Bharat Net PPP projects. Okay, now to public private partnership in this 22-23 budget. Now, tax proposals. Not much has been made. Old slabs are there. Income tax have not changed. Rates have not changed. Now, but taxpayers has allowed a one-time window to correct omissions in income tax returns. They can file the updated return within 2 years. So time has been given for from the current assessment year. Now, 30% tax on income from transfer of virtual digital assets. Now, virtual digital assets, I can talk about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, okay, and blockchain. So these are the kinds of actions which government is planning. So the government, if you see this budget, they will talk about green technology. They are talking about digital assets, especially virtual assets. So these are the words we came to hear from the finance minister. So 1% tax deducted at source on transfer of virtual assets, which I mentioned here just now. Above threshold gifts will be taxed. Now gifts, so this in this budget, gifts will be taxed. So that is one additional. And government will soon roll out a digital rupee based on blockchain technology. So this is also a new proposal which is put forward by the government. And there is some boost for some good news for the micro, small and medium enterprises, where a RAM program will be rolled out with a package of rupees 6,000 crores outlay spread over 5 years. So this is one boost for them. And also emergency credit line guarantee scheme that provided much needed additional credit to the 1.3 crores MSMCs will be extended till March 2023. Okay, I must tell you here, I must add one point here. This has been done keeping the pandemic in mind. Those of them who have suffered in their businesses, to give them an additional boost, the government has launched this scheme. Okay, given a additional credit of 1.3 crores. Okay, now, and it will expand it to by 50,000 crores to 5 lakhs crores in the coming times. And some good news for the northeast sector, northeast regions, where a new scheme PM Div INE launched to fund infrastructure and social development project in the northeast. Okay, now, so this development initiative for northeast has been short called as PM Dev in INE scheme. Okay, now, so these are some of the things, and also an initiative for additional allocation of 1,500 crores to enable livelihood activities for youth and women under this scheme has been given. So something to smile for the northeast also, because they are very much part of our nation, and they are also contributing in various sectors for in our economy. So I conclude this budget because I can understand that this is called Amit call budget by the government, and focus on growth, investment, and stability of the tax regime. But one thing I want to tell you, in this budget, we came to hear the words like digital, green, climate, Atmanirbhar, Make in India, capital expenditure, ease of doing business, tax revenue, GST collections, and also robust tax collection and optimistic projection of GDP, futuristic economy, driven by technology, clean fuel, and smart cities. This was the words which were highlighted, but some words which were ignored, that was unemployment, poverty, food security, informal sector, migrants, daily wages, health for all, welfare and social protection for women and youth. So these are the key points which were lagging, and also they were not, see, this budget has not satisfied many. I can say, after my observation, after my comparing with the earlier budgets, and also keeping the pandemic in mind, nothing much special stimulus or package were given for the pandemic. Okay, where you see so many, whether it is salaried employees, self-employees, entrepreneurs, startups, everybody suffered. Health, particularly the health sector, where there were high expectations from the consumers, and who were suffered, the families who suffered from the pandemic. Okay, so there was much expectation from the government, but which has shortfall in this budget. So by and large, even though it is known as Amrit call budget, but it was Amrit for some and poison for others. So this is my conclusion, and I thank I thank the organizers of this conference for giving me this opportunity. I thank Aristotle PG College and all the convener and co-conveners for these opportunities. Thank you.
Dr. Sanjay, thank you very much for your valuable presentation. We are grateful to you for
Claps,
being a member of this international conference. The next